Okay, so today I want to talk about the term clip farming. I have been hearing it for a while, especially because I do love watching streamers on Twitch and on TikTok Live. But specifically, I feel like it's more seen. But no, actually, it's on all platforms, YouTube, everything. Like, um, basically, it's clips. You know, it's included in the word clip farming. It's clips from the videos, clips from the streams that any one of us can take, screen record, or even on Twitch there's like a button where you click on it and it clips like 30 seconds or up to a minute, I believe, and you can save it and then like download it and create a clip. That's how it's done. So nowadays that's pretty common, or it's very popular. And honestly, clips have been a way of how many streamers have become like known. Vanilla is an example. Vanillamace, she has said it, that she was already becoming known, but what really made her like become viral and just well known overall, like, was a clip of her opening one of the skull pandas. And it was really funny because the one she did not want was the one she got, and she went again to buy another one hoping she would get another one, and she got the same one she didn't want from the beginning. So somebody clipped that, and she became known. Honestly, that's how I came to know her. Like, I saw that clip on TikTok and I was like, that is hilarious. And then I saw her and she would open blind boxes, and I love opening blind boxes. So but she just was so entertaining, and that clip of her opening that skull panda was what drew me in, and I think for many people. And she has kept, that momentum going because of, just her personality and many other things. But that's not what I'm here to talk about, just her. It's an example. So basically, I feel like it can get carried away, the clip farming. Some streamers do clip farm a lot. Specifically, they create or say things to just really provoke a reaction. And even yesterday, I was seeing Johnny, when he was doing the blind deaf mute challenge with his roommate Chris and Chris's girlfriend Daniela. They were doing that challenge, and Chris would sometimes say things that were like masculine, or like, what's the word, very like male chauvinist. I don't even know, like, it's not coming to my mind right now. Just kind of degrading women, but it was a joke, right? And we know it. But that's, like, his girlfriend was like, she would react, obviously, like he was doing it to provoke a reaction, not only from her but from the viewers, and it worked. But luckily, like, his girlfriend knows how he is, that he's joking, and like, is understanding of the clip farming. I feel like, especially if people don't really know each other that well and they start doing that, it can really backfire. An example, I would say, like, DDG and Wendy, they knew each other, but I don't think they know each other that well. They knew each other, like, out of all the people that were in that show, Wendy was most comfortable with DDG because she had already gone on trips. She had already gone on trips and stuff with him, and talked to him, opened up to him. And so there was some sort of connection there already. So when they had talked off screen about joining together and being coupled up, she was under the impression, okay, like, I'm gonna stick with him, even though everybody told her, like, don't do it, break up with him, choose someone else. Like, she was like, no, because she had already talked to DDG. And so it came as a shock to her and to everybody. For me, it was a shock when I see Ben choose Wendy so that DDG could then choose Stasia. And, you know, Wendy did share that in her live, that she was just really taken aback, like, what? And that threw her off. That really killed her vibes. So she was already like checked out. And then DDG was like, well, I just wanted to make this entertaining. Here coming the clip farming, he wanted to make this entertaining. It was definitely a shock, so he got the shock factor from many, especially from Wendy. And things just like really change, you know. I feel like that's where now this, you know, the friendship pretty much ended from all of this. Things just were not the same anymore. And I understand that, you know, that's what he does and everything, but I feel like it can get a little out of hand. And I think streamers need to be careful in a way. They really do need to be careful. If they don't want to lose their friendships, if they don't want to, I don't know. I just feel like it's a thin line. It's tough because obviously they're producing a show, even in their own streams. Like, their own personal streams are a show. And so they have to keep up the part, you know, and usually the getting views is doing all this clip farming that could create controversy and drama and everything. And it's just, I understand it, but in this case it really backfired because now, you know, Wendy and DDG like don't really talk anymore, and DDG blocked her. I still hope they can rekindle and talk it out. Maybe they won't collab anymore, but at least be cordial, or, you know, just talk to each other and like. So I don't know, that those are instances where I was like, man, like, did the clip farming go too far? Also, the example with Ryaah, you know, she was saying like that girl, you know, and I understand many people can talk, have their way of speaking, and she said that's the way she talks. But before she even said that girl and her fan base, she did say she was gonna get into comfortable clothes and, you know, go beat up. I don't know if I can say the word, but the B word. And so I was like, okay, I understand you clip farming, but I don't know, like, I think it was a little too much. So just things like that. I feel like I observe, you know, I'm older, and so as I'm looking at like the younger generation and the streaming and all the lingo, I'm like, what is this? Like, and is it going too far? I feel like it could really go too far, and it can really backfire if streamers are not careful. So I think that's something to like take into consideration. But I don't know, what do you guys think? Let me know. I guess I'll keep learning and talking about like these terms. I definitely become fascinated. Maybe it's boring, or like, I don't know, for some it'd be like, why are you wanting to talk about that? But it's just things for me that I'm like, I find interesting, and I'm like, you know, just trying to understand why they might do or react or strategize in such a way, and see the ones that are really making it at the top, like what is helping them be there at the top. Clip farming is one, you know, and so, you know, it's just those things that I find interesting. So hopefully if you do too, let me know. Give me a like, like my video, and I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much.